If WrestleMania is WWE's Super Bowl, then the June 2014 issue of WWE Magazine is the fallout, the funeral, and the after party, all rolled into one glossy time capsule. Branded as the power issue and drenched in the sweat of post WrestleMania vengeance, this issue is pure distilled 2010s era WWE. PG polish, corporate synergy, absurd comedy, and an undercurrent of myth making that makes even the most ridiculous moment feel like part of a greater legacy. 88 pages of action, lifestyle branding, nostalgia, and narrative all converge to remind the WWE universe that power comes in many forms: titles, influence, loyalty, betrayal, and yes, even pectoral definition. The magazine opens with a tribute to Payback, the thematic anchor of this issue. It's more than a PPV, it's a motif that haunts every page. The cover screams, "Are you a Dean, a Seth, or a Roman?" A nod to the Red Hot Shield faction just weeks away from implosion. Inside, we're given quizzes, lifestyle tips, WrestleMania retrospectives, and emotional tributes, packaged in a voice that teeters between teen magazine and corporate propaganda. Every match becomes an allegory, every wrestler becomes a brand. Early pages recap the unforgettable Daniel Bryan versus Triple H clash from WrestleMania 30. Here, Bryan isn't just a wrestler, he's a folk hero, a rebel with a beard and a dream. The magazine paints him as a voice for the voiceless, finally toppling the tyrannical throne of the Authority. Triple H is cast as the golden god dethroned, Stephanie as the Machiavellian queen. It's written like mythology, and the yes chants echo across each sentence. Bryan's underdog win and title celebration are reprinted like scripture, leaving readers breathless with revolution. Next comes the payback thread explored through retrospective rivalries and betrayals. Ricardo Rodriguez and Alberto Del Rio, Alex Riley and The Miz, Edge and Lita turning on Kane. Each pairing is revisited through the lens of emotional debt. The magazine doesn't just tell you what happened, it makes you feel the aftershocks. Every betrayal is a knife, every comeback a receipt. Payback isn't just a show, it's a mindset. The storytelling is occasionally interrupted by silliness in true WWE Magazine fashion. A full spread is dedicated to WWE or fiction, a quiz challenging readers to determine whether outrageous scenarios came from WWE or young adult novels. Spoiler, there's little difference. Immediately after, we get a quiz titled, "Which member of the Shield are you?" that somehow includes references to Lego collections and superpowers. It's ridiculous. It's brilliant. It's WWE at its most marketable. Then we hit the lifestyle section. Enter Kofi Kingston, our metabolism guru for the month. In a 6-page feature, Kofi walks us through fat-burning tips, protein intake, and snack strategies, all filtered through a high-flying, clean-eating lens. The man eats peanut butter with bananas. He warns against carb comas. He encourages green tea for its fat-burning properties. A sidebar titled "Breakfast Offenders" condemns donuts and sugary cereals with the same fury he might reserve for a heel turn. WWE Magazine doesn't just sell you wrestling, it sells you how to live like a wrestler. As we cruise past page 50, the tone shifts into branding overdrive. Power is the theme, and nobody embodies it like Stephanie McMahon, who delivers a manifesto disguised as a Q&A. She speaks of legacy, evolution, and marrying Triple H as both romance and strategy. The Authority storyline bleeds into real-world leadership. Steph isn't just a boss on Raw, she's the boss, and this is her empire. Her voice is confident, clinical, and chilling. This isn't heel heat, it's corporate heat. Then the magazine shifts into maximum absurdity. The pectoral power rankings. You read that right. A full-on ranking of WWE's most impressive chests. Cesaro is praised for Swiss precision. Big E's pecs get their own zip code. Ryback is described as having slabs of meat carved from granite. Sheamus earns points for his ghost white chest looking like it was built in Valhalla. The entire feature walks the line between parody and genuine admiration. It's both hilarious and earnest. A love letter to muscle as metaphor. Reality TV's shadow looms next as Total Divas is credited with a rating surge and mainstream crossover success. Natalya shares insights about being real, being vulnerable, and still being powerful. Quotes are layered with feminism, branding, and the classic WWE edge. There's also a spread dedicated to Summer Rae's travels, highlighting her Parisian photo shoots and match appearances like entries in a fashion diary. That's, as we approach WrestleMania season fallout, the pages shift back to reverence. A full retrospective is given to the streak ending. Brock Lesnar defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30. The moment is covered like a death in the family. Paul Heyman's spoiler promo is highlighted. The silence of the crowd is described in poetic detail. It's WWE's greatest shock moment, and the magazine treats it accordingly, like a seismic event, not just a storyline. And following the shock is sorrow. The Ultimate Warrior's death just days after his Hall of Fame return is memorialized with grace and brevity. The magazine doesn't sensationalize it, it just lets the moment breathe. The photo of Warrior raising his hands on Raw is given a full-page treatment. Sometimes a silent page says the most. More WrestleMania moments follow. Paige debuting and dethroning AJ Lee, Cesaro winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and the Mount Rushmore moment featuring Hogan, Rock, and Austin. Each segment is detailed like a Hall of Fame induction speech. Each photo is a postcard from a moment the WWE Universe will never forget. The final features return to power, this time behind the curtain. A spread titled Sticking Together showcases Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman in a rare behind-the-scenes photo. Heyman's quote, comparing managing Brock to coaching Babe Ruth, cements their legacy as the most dangerous alliance in WWE history. The message is clear. Lesnar doesn't need to talk. He just destroys. And Paul Heyman will gladly call the shots from the shadows. The back pages are packed with merch ads, subscription renewals, and full-page reminders that the WWE Universe never sleeps. Whether it's Blu-rays of faction retrospectives or downloadable superstar workouts, WWE is always selling you the next piece of the story. In the end, this issue is exactly what it claims to be, a celebration of power. But not just in the ring. It's about emotional power, brand power, physical power, narrative power. From Bryan's yes chants to the Shield stare downs, from pec rankings to green tea rituals, from Ultimate Warrior tributes to corporate manifestos, this magazine isn't just a collection of stories, it's a living, breathing statement of WWE's cultural grip in 2014.